Okay, firstly, I have to say I find it fascinating that in the movie The Liberator, where you play Simon Bolivar, you say your mission is not to conquer, to liberate.
Yeah.
And then in Point Break, when Utah says to Bodhi, "Are you going to steal the gold?" you say, "No, we're going to liberate it."
That's good.
So I have to ask you, are you a subversive with a strong sense of social justice like the characters you play, and is Bodhi kind of like a hero to you?
Wow. First of all, that's great. You really did your homework,
Yes.
and I appreciate that. There's more than a subversive spirit in me. It's just being aware and sensitive to what goes on around you. I don't believe in a subversive attitude just for the sake of it. Just to break out of the norm, just to be rebellious in an artificial way. I think that people like the Liberator, like Simon Bolivar that you mentioned, and also Bodhi, these are guys who are ready to take full responsibility for their choices, and I think that's the bigger message of this film. Like, whatever you do, brace yourself, make it your own. I mean, don't let anybody else determine the directions that your life should take, and take full responsibility for your acts and for the consequences of your act. And so many times when people say that Bodhi is very Zen or is very Buddhist-like or is an enlightened guy who's looking for nirvana, I find it a little bit superficial, because I think that it's more practical and more pragmatic than that. I think that that he's a realist, and he really strongly believes that you need to be responsible for your own path and just decide your own path, whatever that is, but just commit to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I heard Luke say that one of his fears are roller coasters, which I find kind of crazy, considering he did all this stuff for the movie.
Yeah.
What scares you?
Not roller coasters. I love roller coasters. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of roller.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more extreme, the better.
Yeah.
What scares me? Death scares me. Yeah. I don't deal very well with the concept of just not being here any longer. And actually, when you speak to many of these guys, they're also scared of death, which might seem as a contradiction, but it's not. The thing is that they're so aware of the limited time that we have on this planet that they want to make the best out of it, and they want to live it. They want to live their lives to the fullest. Yeah.
And you work with so many amazing extreme sports athletes.
Yeah.
Did you take up any of the sports?
Rock climbing is the one that I've been practicing the most, because it's easier. With all this trouble, you will always find a club or a place where you can climb up a wall.
Yeah.
Surfing, I want to keep doing it.
Oh, cool.
I still have a lot of practice in front of me, but I really want to keep doing it. And snowboarding whenever I get to where the snow is.
Okay.
Which is not easy for me because I live in the tropics. But whenever I get a chance, I would love to keep on practicing snowboarding.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking to HeyUGuys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you guys!